People of the internet, the boys that watches, and the big part of you girls that watching. Welcome to a new video. Today it's a very special day. It's a very special video and it's a very special day. You know why it's a special day? I'm gonna give you one guess and I'm not gonna tell you the other stuff. You can write in the comments why it's a special day for me. And it's another special day for you, because we're gonna react to Steven Seagal's guitar collection.
Stop it. Get some help.
So I knew this man had like, he was interested in guitars. I think he said like, I have the soul of blues. I have the blues soul, you know? So this is gonna be a mouthful, I tell you that much. What the fuck? It's only 480p.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
That's fucking illegal.
Maybe this video should be in 480p to just embellish the feeling of Steven Seagal, you know? Because when movies were, what the fuck, it's a bird out there. It's a big ass bird. You can't see it, but it's, I promise you, now it's gone. Maybe we should embellish the feeling when Steven Seagal was big on the big screen. Not big as he is today, but big as a movie star. He had, you know, what it's called, Siege, Open Siege, not Open Siege, but you know that movie, you know, that's his most famous one. Anyway, let's get into it.
But swords aren't his only passion.
Straight away. Swords aren't his only passion. Where can I find this documentary? Link it in the comments, please. History, on the History channel, I need to see this documentary.
He also has a collection of almost 300 guitars. Many of these instruments...
Okay, he has one guitar for each day of the year. That's a peak Steven Seagal moment right there.
...were hard to find.
I collect guitars.
Wait, what did you say?
Many of these instruments were hard to find.
I collect guitars because I'm a serious player and I've been playing since I was a child. And I love guitar and I play all kinds of different music.
Let's stop you right there, Mr. Steven. I play all different kind of music. I agree to disagree on this one. From what I've heard, you play the blues, but maybe we can see some Yngwie Malmsteen chops right here, or something else in that nature. Maybe some Tommy Emanuel, you know. Who knows? I want to hear that again, because, you know, this man is... he's famous for being full of it.
I collect...
Full in the stomach and full in up here. And has a full heart as well. And I want to know the Japanese anthem as well. I can't do that because he's part Japanese. He is part what do you call them? Part native. Native American. He is part American. He's part Russian as well. The dude has it all.
Guitars because I'm a serious player and I've been playing since I was a child. And I love guitar and I play all kinds of different music.
Seagal uses his collection in the studio and on stage. Unlike other musicians and collectors, he is willing to risk...
But he looks like a big boy. Look how small the guitar looks. Look, it looks like a toy. My big boy, Seagal. That's a thick-ass boy!
That's a thick-ass boy!
Unlike other musicians...
But it was not that big here, you know, in terms of size on the horizontal level. But he has gotten a little bit bigger.
Musicians and collectors, he is willing to risk some of his most prized guitars by taking them on the road.
Oh no.
I travel with these, I just don't let them out of my sight.
Not only...
But who's gonna take them from Mr. Seagal? And then he breaks your leg. Nobody's gonna take a guitar from him. So, you know, he can take all his guitars. Who's gonna take the guitar? He's the most accomplished martial artist out there. Bruce Lee, Volkanovski, Ilya Topuria, Islam Makhachev, everybody, John Jones. It's done.
Are the guitars rare? They're made more valuable by the artists who played them.
Celebrity guitars have value higher than non-celebrity guitars that really doesn't
This could have been me if I were born in the 50s or 40s, I don't know. This could have been me if I just had the mustache. And I'm gonna tell you a little fact now. I can't get rid of my mustache because I look like a completely different human being. I can't get rid of the other stuff. The hair, the beard, everything. But if I get rid of the mustache, it's over. If we get enough likes, maybe not on this video, but if we get enough likes sometime, I'm gonna announce that sometime in the future. Then I'm gonna shave the mustache on stream. Keep that in your memory and in your heart. I don't know why I do that. I just like the American anthem. I'm a patriot. I'm a Swedish patriot I'm a Swedish patriot for America, if that makes sense.
Relate to the value of the guitar as much as it relates to the aura of the celebrity who owned it or played it.
The collection includes pieces once owned by Lenny
Cliff Burton, right? I know my guitarist.
The celebrity who owned it or played
Is it Cliff Burton?
The collection includes pieces once owned by Lenny Kravitz, Stevie Ray Vaughan,
King,
and Jimi Hendrix's Stratocaster.
Oh. They have made a complete documentary about this, and it says Stratocaster. Let me know in the comments what type of guitar this is. And if you don't know, please, get out of here! You can't be on music YouTube if you say Stratocaster to this guitar. This is a disgrace for the music, the history channel of Discovery Channel, of the channel that's produced this show. Steven should have just, breaking his leg or something of this.
Jimmy had thousands of Strats, but he only had one jazz master since it.
Thank you, Steven. Thank you. He was like, wait a minute. I'm gonna set the record straight, and it did. Thank you, Steven. Okay, I'm taking everything back from what I said to Steven.
It became Jimi Hendrix, and this guitar is a real special feeling guitar.
Seagal loves rock and roll, but the roots of his
I have
collection...
noticed, I've seen some other clips, he plays a lot with his thumb. But it's a different... I should play a little bit for you, but I can't. But it's a different sound. But he also like this. It's hard, but it's a different sound, so maybe he's going for that human sound with the human flesh. What do I know? I'm no musician.
Are in the blues.
It's the people who made blues come to life in the United States of America and all over the world.
He talks a little bit like this as well. Maybe I should start to talk a little bit like this. The blues. I'm the old father of blues. And that's no problem for me because I can break necks. I do Aikido. Bruce Lee, I just snapped his finger and told him to shut up. That's me. I'm not gonna trash talk Steven. I have just watched 1 minute of this video. So maybe, just maybe, we should move on.
He owns 4 guitars from B.B. King, which all hold his signature name of Lucille.
Steven, if you see this, please send me one of those guitars and don't break my arm. That's the deal.
I don't have one favorite. There are certain sort of spiritual guitars that have tremendous spiritual meaning to me, like the Telly that Albert Collins used a lot.
Albert Collins earned the name, the Master of the Telecaster.
The King.
He himself put this kind of psychedelic sticker on here, and I think he was...
Psychedelic sticker. You can't even see what it is. It just looks like I don't know what it looks like, but...
One of the greatest blues guitar players of our time.
But Steven Seagal believes that the birth of the blues is represented elsewhere in his collection.
I was born and raised in the blues, and so if you really play blues,
As I said this two times already, or 3 times. I can't even keep track anymore.
Collection.
I was born and raised in the blues, and so if you really play blues, I think you have to be able to play an acoustic also.
Like me. Like me.
Oh, you're gonna be able to play blues, baby. You know, if you wanna be a true master, you're gonna be able to play the blues. If you don't play the blues, you know, you can't be a true master of the blues.
That's just my humble opinion.
Seagal owns many old acoustics, which are reminiscent of the blues.
That's a resonant guitar. The more you know.
But some of the rarest and greatest acoustic guitars in Seagal's collection are manufactured by Martin Guitars.
I have a lot of old Martins, pre-war Martins.
Seagal's pre-World War II D45 is considered one of the best-sounding acoustic guitars in the world.
And the most expensive. He buys them because they have a great underhand value. I don't know what to call it in English. Maybe. Or maybe because it's one of the greatest sounding acoustic guitars ever produced.
It has the snowflake inlay on the neck, but it also has tuners that are factory tuners that are kind of gold. There's only a few of those in the world. But it also has tuners that are factory tuners that are kind of gold.
Let me give one more listen. I need to hear what I said.
The snowflake inlay on the neck, but it also has tuners that are factory tuners.
There's also these tuners. There are factory tuners
that are kind of gold.
That are kind of gold. That's a mouthful. I would never be able to replicate that, Mr. Steven.
It has the snowflake inlay on the neck, but it also has tuners that are factory tuners that are kind of gold.
I'm gonna print that on my wall right there, you know. That's a statement.
Only a few of those in the world.
You hear stories.
I paused too much, sorry.
Tuners that are kind of gold. There's only a few of those in the world.
You hear stories about the D45s in particular, a guitar that sold new for $225, trading in the market for anywhere between $100,000 and $150,000, depending on the condition.
And imagine this looks like it's maybe late 90s. Somewhere around there. This documentary, maybe it's even later. It can be into the 2000s. And then it sold for $150,000, $200,000. What was it? Imagine now. You know, Steven made a small investment there.
C.F. Martin started his guitar company nearly 2 centuries ago. Since then, they have successfully produced many of the finest collectible guitars known to man.
The craftsmanship is impeccable.
Taking over 2 years to build, the 1 millionth Martin is the rarest and most valuable guitar they have ever crafted.
That's beautiful guitar, though. Imagine you know what they're supposed to do with a guitar like this? You can't really play it because it's gonna get scratches and stuff. You can't hang it on the wall because it's gonna get somebody's gonna go in and take it. You just can have it in like a vault or something. So what's the point? Or maybe you're Steven Seagal and nobody can break into your house because you're gonna John Johnson's gonna take the guitar like and then Steven Seagal breaks his fucking neck, you know.
40 diamonds and is surrounded by 18 karat gold.
It's such a magnificent piece of art, you know. You can't argue with that.
Why do they talk about this? This isn't Steven's guitar, right? So this is about Steven. It's not about Martin. They just talked about Steven and like, I have Martin guitars, and then whoop, sidetrack.
It has 30 rubies, 40 diamonds, and is surrounded by 18 karat gold.
It's such a magnificent piece of art, you know. You can't argue with it at all.
You can't.
This is
that's me in court. If I were going to court and I have done something wrong, I'm gonna just tell my story and then just tell you can't argue with that at all, and then everybody's gonna clap like he's a free man, ladies and gentlemen, land of the free. Dee-doo-doo.
piece of art, you know, or you can't argue with it at all. I mean, this is a
You
museum
can't.
piece.
Or when you know, when you have a wife and she says, don't drink that beer, and I drink that beer, and she said, why did you do that? And I said, you can't argue with that at all. And she's like, maybe I can't. Good night.
They're going to be, you know, pretty rare.
Yeah, that was a pretty weird sidetrack, if you ask me. You know, the video is 4 minutes, and that segment was like over 1 minute, and the rest is Steven. Why? That's like a 60% Steven Seagal video.
They're going to be, you know, pretty rare.
Wait, I know. He's a mix between me.
They're going to be.
He's a mix between me and Ned Flanders. Look it up.
You know, pretty rare.
For Seagal, judging the collectability of guitars is a matter of personal taste.
I collect the different...
Can you see his technique here? It's impeccable technique, as they said before. I really enjoy this technique. It's... I almost got an epiphany there. I can see God. Because I see Steven playing.
Kinds of guitars, not necessarily for how valuable they are, but by virtue of how they look and sound and play.
Whether it's
And the values,
guitars
don't
or even
lie to us.
swords, Steven Seagal's collections are a reflection of his favorite things in life.
For me,
Swords
it's
and
a
guitars.
reverence, and it's only
Kill
natural
people and make people cry.
to
In a bad way or good way, I'll leave that up to you.
be able
Drop a comment what you think.
to collect those things and revere and admire them.
Oh, did you see that?
Be able to
Pro
collect
camera movement right there. It's like Tarantino but backwards.
those things and revere and admire them.
King.
But swords
What a king. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what have we learned? Steven Seagal is just not an amazing martial artist. He's the son of blues. He's the grandchild of the blues, and he likes katanas and he likes BB King guitars. Yeah, guys, thank you for watching, and see you in the next in the next video. Bye bye.